5 of Season 2, and things are heading up as we enter towards the halfway of Season 2. Parmesan Belgrade versus Flaberdeen, Flaberdeen versus Scrandinavia, and Scrandinavia Parmesan Belgrade are the games we'll be showing you highlights for today. Looking at Scandinavia lineup, they are hit with absences this week. They've been very good this season so far, but they've only got 4 this week, which means they will have a -2 goal penalty as they will be forced to take a loan to make the team of 5. James, Rob, Stephen and Callum will try their best to get the points where they can. Flaberdeen's team are looking good this week with a core of 5. James captain in there this week with Simon, Paul, Brad and Alan all supporting him in this week's games. They'll be looking to close the gap on Scrandinavia as Scrandinavia are building that lead in the league, and with the absentees of Scrandinavia, this week should be an ideal time for them. Final looking at Parmesan Belgrade, they've got another solid 5-member team with Lewis, the captain, also there this week, and he has the returning of Jonas for his second appearance this week, along with Ryan and Richie and Gareth supporting. Turn attention now to the league table before the games are kicked off. Scrandinavia with that lead in front of Flaberdeen, who have a better goal difference, and Parmesan Belgrade are rooted to the bottom of the table with both the minus goal difference and only the 4 points. They'll be looking to pick up points to try and close the gap to second and first. Opening game of week 5 sees Parmesan Belgrade versus Flaberdeen. Parmesan Belgrade in the traditional white, Flaberdeen in blue. Both teams are fielding strong teams this week with 5 players on each. And early on, Brad threw on goal with a shot and a good save there by Jonas, making his second time debut after appearing as a guest previously. Ryan playing the ball back to captain Lewis. Lewis playing the ball into the middle to Richie. Richie with a touch to Gareth. Gareth, first time shot and a goal! Fantastic finish there by Gareth. A good switch play from Parmesan Belgrade across the pitch. One touch play here, and Gareth setting himself up with the right foot. Great smash there. Maybe questions around the goalkeeping there from James, Flaberdeen captain, but certainly take nothing away from that finish from Gareth. 1-0 to Parmesan Belgrade here, and they need a win. They are stranded at the bottom of the league so far for Season 2, so they'll be delighted with the start here. Gareth once again winning the ball from Flaberdeen, but Simon picks up the loose ball and looks to power forward for the team. Looking for options here, switches the play to Alan. Alan now out wide with Lewis closing down. Alan looking for options here, sees the run of Paul. Ryan reads that pass and gets a touch to take it away from Paul, but Paul still has it. Back to Alan, but the ball's been left as Alan thought that Lewis was going to tackle there for the interception, but now Richie for Parmesan coming forward with a shot and saved easily by James in goals. James with the ball for Flaberdeen, looking to get started now. A great long ball up to Alan in space. Alan 1-on-1 sees Paul there, plays it across. Jonas again with another fantastic save. The rebounds land at Richie's feet, and Parmesan Belgrade are on the attack now with the goal scorer Gareth switching it to Lewis. Intercepted there by Alan again, but the loose ball's picked up by Lewis again. Ball now with Flaberdeen's defence, and they're countering here. Simon, after that switch from Alan, Simon still having the ball, plays it to Brad in the middle. Brad with a shot. Oh, just wide. A little lovely dink there, looked like it was going to go into the corner. And Parmesan Belgrade survive that attack. Jonas playing it out to Richie. Richie taking on Alan, getting past one, getting past Brad. Almost past a third in Paul. Paul with a shot and another save by Jonas there. Great goalkeeping, keeping Parmesan Belgrade alive in this tie, and Flaberdeen are looking for options to get the equaliser. Once again, Parmesan coming through with Lewis to Ryan. Lewis getting that loose ball. He's in front of goal now. Will he shoot? Tries to get past Brad. Brad with a great block there. Paul out wide, picking up that ball as Flaberdeen look to come forward now. Alan back to Paul. Paul switching it to Simon. A little bit loose there with the high ball, and Gareth managed to almost intercept it. Bit of a challenge there, and the referee's blown for a free kick, thinking there's been a head knock there between Gareth and Brad. Looks like both players are okay, and Flaberdeen will look to take advantage from this free kick that they will take. Simon over the ball, rolls it out. Looking for options, plays it to Alan. Alan to Brad coming through. Oh, fantastic work there from Flaberdeen. Almost looked like it being choreographed there. Brad's still rubbing his head there, so maybe there's going to be a little bit of a knock for the rest of the match. However, it looked like he didn't let it bother him on his attack through to goal. Simon, seeing the position of his two teammates there, does a lovely roll to Alan after Alan makes a dummy run to try and get past Ryan to make some space. And with a one touch from Alan, right on a plate there for Brad. And Brad with a left foot into the top corner. And despite the great goalkeeping efforts from Jonas so far, nothing he could do about that goal. 1-1 between the teams now. Parmesan will be disappointed to lose that lead, but Flaberdeen will be delighted to equalise it. Rob now, who is a sub for Parmesan, for their sixth player, is now on. So Parmesan will suffer a 1-goal penalty. And as I was speaking about that, Gareth has just smashed the second shot into the goal there to make it 2-1 to Parmesan. Simon trying to play it out from the back to Alan. Brad gets the ball successfully. Can't get a whole control under the ball, but gets away with a nice back flip to Simon. But Gareth reads it and smashes it there. Nothing James can do in goals about that one. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt for that shot. And everything goes to the power and placement of that shot. 2-1 to Parmesan. And as I said, they'll get a -1 goal sub penalty, with Rob being their sixth sub. But with Gareth's goal there, and almost another there from Richie there, but a good save from James, they should be able to alleviate that penalty. Rob now, the substitution with the ball, trying to get past Simon. But Simon's done a good job at closing down here, and he's forced to play it back to Gareth. Gareth now to Rob. Gareth with the 1-2 and the little turn, getting away from almost Alan and Brad, but he's lost it to Alan. Alan to Brad. Brad shoots, and some more great goalkeeping there from Jonas again. You could assume that... Oh, and that's just hit the post there, as I was about to give Jonas compliments for goalkeeping. Richie with the shot there off the post, and the rebound's landed back to Flaberdeen, and now they can counter, almost looking a little bit shell-shocked with the fact that that's hit the post there. Certainly I am. I didn't expect that to happen there. But Simon's up in the top corner now for Flaberdeen with the ball. Alan out wide receiving it, looking for options, but cuts in, takes the shot. Another great save from Jonas. Another save from Brad's shot. Brad again. It's blocked by Lewis. Back to Simon. Simon finds Alan, and Paul's about to take the shot here, and the captain, Lewis, closes it down and ensures that it stops there. Brilliant goalkeeping there from Jonas. Again, complimenting him highly just now. And that's another off the bar there from Richie. 2 shots in a row now from Richie, hitting the woodwork. And Parmesan here, coming forward, looking deadly. But Flaberdeen on the counter. Flaberdeen with Brad. And as I compliment the clinicalness of Parmesan's attacks coming forward, Flaberdeen prove that they can make it better by actually sticking the ball into the net. Lovely turn there by Simon, getting away from Lewis, leaving him wrong-footed. Brad picking up that ball as it comes through, and a lovely cool finish with the pressure of Richie breathing down his neck. He still manages to place it into the corner and get it past Jonas, who's been having a fantastic time in goals in this match thus far. Huge compliments for Flaberdeen for coming back to that, making it 2-2 between the teams now. And both teams will be looking for points. Parmesan probably more so, but Flaberdeen wanting to close the gap to Scrandinavia at the top of the league. They'll be looking now to build upon the momentum with that equaliser. And as I say that, they're coming forward now with Simon playing it into the middle, into space for Alan to run onto. Alan getting closed in by Jonas, who's now out of goals. Looking for the shot there, but it's tame. Lewis picks it up in Parmesan goals. Richie to Jonas as Parmesan come forward. Richie now with the ball. Richie with the shot. And that's a third time in a row for Richie that he's hit the post. And you can see from his body language there a bit of frustration that he's just hitting the post constantly. Rob with the ball now. Rob with the goal. Richie looking frustrated with hitting the foot woodwork. But Rob puts the ball in the back of the net anyway for Parmesan. And that puts them 3-2 ahead now. The sub has now paid the dividends of the cost for him to play by scoring that goal. And in the celebration, the dreaded camera finger has decided to appear to celebrate with Rob. Flaberdeen now kicking off, playing it from Alan to Brad as the finger makes another return into the footage. And Brad taking on Richie to Simon with a lovely flick there to find Brad on the run. Brad now in the Parmesan defence corner, playing it to Alan. Alan trying to take on Jonas. Looking for the option here. He's looking for support from teammates. Paul's back in defence and plays it safely back to the goalkeeper. Alan with the ball at the feet, playing it forward to Brad in a bit of space, but getting pressure here from Gareth. Richie now coming in, but Brad takes it away from Richie. Gareth's pressure applies. He's coming through, Gareth. Goes in the keeper. Oh, what a finish there. And that is Gareth's hat-trick. He's put Parmesan 4-2 ahead, a 2-goal lead, and what a wonderful finish there. Great pressure to start with. Give credit to Gareth. Didn't lay off Brad with the pressure there. Gets past Paul with the touch. Comes on through. Rolls it with the right. Finishes with the left. Brilliant display of two-footedness from Gareth there. And looking delighted with the hat-trick. Putting his team, as I said, with that 2-goal lead. 4-2 to Parmesan. This is exactly the sort of performance they are looking for this week to get some points on the table to help them make that long climb up. Simon with the early shot, just over, and Brad's hit the post. Brad can't get the ball under control fully, takes a shot there, and Lewis is out quickly to close it down. With some juggling there, flicks it over the box to find a teammate. Simon picks up on the other side, back into the middle there, but Richie gets to it first. Rob brings the ball under control, plays through to Richie, but Paul in the Flaberdeen defence reads that ball well, gets across. Richie still has it, find Jonas in space, and the first time shot's not quite under control. It's high and wide from Jonas there. Richie now with the ball back in his defence, finding hat-trick hero Gareth here, playing it through to Richie, but it's bounced off to Rob, back to Richie, Richie with a shot, and a goal! A fantastic worked effort there from the Parmesan team, moving from back to front. Richie starting in his own defence, seeing Gareth in space. Gareth with a lovely ball, you have to admit, and again, his footwork and passing has been fantastic today. Through Richie with you could either say that's luck or intentional. We'll say intentional for Richie. Flick to Rob, Rob back to Richie first time, and Richie sticking in, and Rob appreciating the quality finish from Richie with that build up. Flaberdeen now switching goalkeeper, but are playing on just now. They are now 5-2 behind to Parmesan. Unbelievably, this performance we have not seen from Parmesan thus far in this season. So can Flaberdeen come back and get some goals? Alan now to Paul, back to Alan, back to the goalkeeper, just to keep it safe there. Parmesan now coming forward. Gareth with the ball out wide. Again, 3 goals for Gareth. Jonas trying to play it into the middle to Rob, but the ball is lacklustre and lands at Paul for Flaberdeen's feet. The shot is blocked there, and it's landed back now with Parmesan, who are trying to turn the ball over. But a loose ball again, and Allen's picked it up for Flaberdeen, and neither player can get the ball under control. Can Rob bring this forward now? He does. He finds Jonas. Jonas with the shot, and off the post. That would have been his debut goal, but it's just off the post. And Richie finds Rob. Rob puts it away, and Parmesan get their 6th goal of the game, as I am busy talking about potentially Jonas's opening goal. Rob puts it in the back of the net once again, helping out the team he's on loan to. You can see here Jonas with that. It's a save. It's not even the post, so it's even better on target, but great save by Brad. The rebound lands at Richie's feet. A lovely ball through to Rob, takes a touch to control, slots it past Brad, who's sprawled out trying to reach that, but nothing he can do because the placement of it is perfect. And a handshake between the two players of the appreciation of what that means for Parmesan today. Flaberdeen once again find themselves kicking off, and they will be disappointed to find themselves 6-2 down his position. Gareth coming forward once again, taking on Allen, skips past Allen. He's now in the Flaberdeen defence. He is just lovely footwork there, finding that space away. Tries to get it to Rob. Rob chests it, but it lands at the hands of Brad in goals. Flaberdeen looking to try and see if they can get forward once again, but they look like they're struggling a bit here. Richie with a long ball down to find Rob in space. Rob up against Simon. Rob playing across the box to Jonas, and can't get a good connection on it to put it in. And the ball's been rolled out quickly by Flaberdeen to find Paul here, who has passed to his captain. And that was a really nice looking move, but no one there to get that ball as it came across the goal there, unfortunately for Flaberdeen. A bit of a story of the game for them. Allen coming forward with the shot, but it's wide as Lewis watches it, goes past the goal. Gareth, lovely move there to Rob. Rob the back here to Jonas. Jonas in front of goal. Jonas! And it's saved again by Brad! Unbelievably. Can he get another chance at it? Another save by Brad! Brad is keeping Flaberdeen in the contention of some sorts, looking at the 4-goal deficit with not a huge amount of time, but still some time left for Flaberdeen to come back into it. But Brad is keeping that only at 4 goals. Jonas now, and as I'm saying that, it's not gonna count actually. Jonas with the shot, Brad with a great save onto the post, and then Jonas in the box. hitting it straight at Brad. Unfortunate for Jonas there. It looked like that could have gone in, and again for the opening goal. For his account here at Fat Fives, Alan now, Flaberdeen with the ball. Great footwork there from Alan, been complimenting Gareth all game, but Alan's been showing it just as good. And the long shot there goes sailing past the Parmesan Belgrade goal. Flaberdeen in their defence now. Alan playing the ball to James. Roll out there to Simon over the top. Simon with a lovely flick, finding Captain James with a header. It's wayward. Rob almost had it, but it's been lost now. And James for Flaberdeen has the ball once again, playing it across the box to Simon. Great work there. Not the most absolute perfect finishes there from Simon, especially from what we've seen from him. However, he's been in the perfect space to receive the ball, considering that Lewis is still at his front post, meaning Simon has the whole goal to finish it off. Clearly outside the box, Lewis has came forth to try and intercept it, has missed it, and Simon knows that any touch of that is going to put it into the net. And most importantly for Flaberdeen, drop that goal deficit to only 3 now. Parmesan with a double kick-off there, and they are going to see if they can hold on to this lead. But Flaberdeen will smell some blood in the water here, and you can see their momentum has picked up a bit here. But Gareth intercepting once again, who's had a fantastic game today, looking for options for his teammates, goes with a shot, not as far as it may look. It looked like it was pretty close to that top corner. Simon rolling the ball back to his keeper, and they'll restart. Parmesan coming forward now. Richie to Gareth. Back to Richie. Richie controlling with the chest. He's now in the Flaberdeen half. Not long left. Flaberdeen need to get this ball and get it up into the Parmesan half if they've got any chance to try and level this game. On Lewis has lost it there in his own defence. Alan coming forward. Alan's got 2 in support there. Plays it to Captain, who leaves it to Brad. And Jonas once again returning to the fine goalkeeping form he did at the start of the match. Snuffs out that opportunity, and the ball is rolled back to him. So Parmesan can take control in the last few moments of this game. Lewis playing it forward to Richie. Richie playing it to Ryan. Lewis to Ryan. Ryan through on goal. Oh, and he's hit the crossbar. Unfortunate for Ryan there. The ball's now up with Brad for Flaberdeen. Can they get a shot on goal at the end of this game? No, Brad's lost it. And I think that will be the end of the game. Referee blows full time. 6-3 Parmesan. Second game of week 5 sees Flaberdeen versus Scrandinavia. Scrandinavia in red on the right, Flaberdeen in blue from the left. And Flaberdeen have played before this, so they'll be the more tired of the teams here. Brad early on though in the Scandinavia half, looking to come forward. Cal getting that ball off of Stephen, who is making his debut both for Scandinavia and for Fat Fives. Rob the shot early on. Simon in goal to Flaberdeen, gets the ball under control. Simon playing it out long here and looking for his captain up top, but loses it out to Rob. Rob now coming forward with the drive and loses the ball to Alan. Alan now taking the counter for Flaberdeen. James with the shot. Ryan, who's on loan for Scrandinavia due to their lack of a starting 5 team, makes the save. On that note, Scrandinavia will have a -2 goal deficit to overcome because of the loan. And as Stephen came forward there, he lost the ball out there to Alan, who takes the quick shot, and it's just wide. James now for Scandinavia, finding Stephen. Stephen into the middle to Rob. Rob with the shot. Rob with the goal. Early on, Scrandinavia looking to get the goals to overcome the deficit there. And that early goal will put them on their way. You can see Stephen here with the ball, with the right foot flicking it into the middle of the pitch. James leaving it for Rob, and then Rob placing it into the corner past the diving Simon, and Simon can't do anything to stop it there. 1-0 to Scrandinavia now, and Flaberdeen have the ball, looking to kick on to, like they did for the Parmesan game, potentially get a quick equaliser. The ball up to Brad, but Brad can't find a teammate in the centre of the pitch, and it's going to be an easy ball for Cal and Scrandinavia to pick up. Cal coming forward, finding Rob again in the middle of the pitch, playing it out wide to Stephen. Stephen now back to Rob. Rob trying to take on Stephen, and just wide there as Rob tried to take on Alan, but dummied it with the pass to Stephen to find him in space. Alan now starting again for Flaberdeen from the rollout from Simon. Finds Paul. Paul switching it to his captain in the middle of the pitch. But a good battle there with James has meant that James has nicked the possession away. And the ball from Stephen there, but James can't get it on target. Once again, off the board from Stephen, but Simon reads it and picks it up and quickly rolls it out to find the counter. Brad there almost trying to copy Burnley's control from last season with the back of the head from the rollout, but not quite. Cal, the great ball to Stephen. Stephen threw on, and Simon with a fantastic save there. Out quick and gets a hand onto it and pushes it out wide. Great ball by Cal to find Stephen in the middle of the pitch there, but a fantastic save from Simon, who read the ball coming in and got into position quickly. Flaberdeen passing the ball now along their back defence. They haven't put themselves under risk yet. They roll it out quickly to Brad up the top. James again battling with Brad. And Ryan there with a foot to take that away. Great save there, keeping Scrandinavia in the game. Alan through now, playing the ball across. Ryan with the save. James can't get to it, and Brad does. And it's the equaliser for Flaberdeen. Brad has been tenacious, battling with James for the last little while there. Brad initially got that shot away after a great save from Ryan. Alan did pick it up. And Alan then got past Cal with some great footwork, then plays it across the box. Actually, sorry, takes the shot. Ryan saves it, and James can't get a foot on it. It's just behind him, but Brad reads the path of the ball better and manages to get to it. It's now 1-1 between the teams after that. And Scrandinavia coming forward. Stephen to Cal. Cal with the shot. Oh, great reply there from Cal and from Scrandinavia. They went and let the goal in, which would put them behind still on the aggregate score with the sub penalties. But they reply instantly with some great teamwork there from the kickoff. Relentless stuff from them. And it still puts them a goal behind with that penalty, with the score being 2-1. They need to be winning, by more than 2 goals in order to offset that. So they'll be looking for one more to bring the game to a level. But Flaberdeen will be aware of this, and they will know that they can tactically control this game and try to ensure to get the 3 points. But Braz lost the ball there to Cal. It's fortunately bounced off the wall and back to him, but James is there to pick it up and plays it back to Stephen in defence. Stephen looking to come forward, playing it wide to Cal. Cal looking to switch the ball up to Rob, has done it successfully. Rob now looking for options. Cal with the 1-2 with Rob. It's gone too far, but James will pick it up. James with the back heel to Rob. Rob can't get a foot on it, but it's bounced out of the box. Rob looking to win it again, but James gets it back to Simon in goals. Scrandinavia coming forward with Cal, getting past Brad. Long shot there, and the save there from Simon. Cal and Brad battle once again, but Brad comes out on top this time, plays it to Alan. Back to Flaberdeen captain James, coming forward. Brad with a nice flick round to James in space. James now taking on Cal, gets past him. James looking to come forward, and that's been deemed as in the box there. We'll have a quick look at that. That was a good attack from Flaberdeen. It's unfortunate there. See James trying to come across there, and yep, straight there, both feet and the ball in the box. Correct decision from the referee. Unfortunate there for Flaberdeen. Looked like they were on a good attack, but it has been the correct decision given there, and Scrandinavia will breathe a sigh of relief from that. The finger makes another introduction itself into the video as Scrandinavia come forward. Rob there, a blistering run, waiting for the pass from Stephen. Oh, and off the post! Oh, and the shot from Stephen there blocked. That was an absolute blistering run there from Rob into the middle. Got the ball great from Stephen, but just couldn't get it into the back of net. Great save there from Simon from Stephen's shot. Rob once again off the post, and James gets the follow up there. Rob with 2 shots there hitting the woodwork. After the brilliant run there, gets on that ball with another shot, bounce off the post, and James, first time, manages to get it into the net, both past Brad coming in, closing down, and Simon, who's trying to get back into position, and that puts Scrandinavia 3-1, and on the aggregate score, this game is now level. Scrandinavia will be delighted that they've managed to get themselves back into this with that penalty. Rob trying to play that ball back there, and the ref has played it into Alan. A bit of contention here. Rob's not happy, thinks the ball should have been reset from there. But the game carries on anyway. Alan's shot was saved. Cal with the ball in the middle of the pitch, taking a shot, and off the post. Scrandinavia hitting the post 3 times in recent times. Simon coming forward here with Flaberdeen. Cal with the ball, playing it to his goalkeeper. Oh, and there's a touch in the box there, I think, and the referee has given a penalty here. And Scrandinavia can't believe it. They've given the penalty away. You can see the ball rolling, and yeah, Cal's foot there. He's trying to protect it from James. It's lacklustre between goalkeeper and the defender. Goalkeeper really should be coming out for that quicker for it. But he's touched it in the box, and Rob's now walking off the pitch. We think there's a bit of... We're not actually sure, to be honest. I think Rob thinks that Scandinavia have an extra sub, and he's doing rotation, but they don't. I think that's been made clear. And Simon slots that penalty away amongst all the drama, amongst all the confusion. Simon keeps a cool head, slots it in. I think Simon's telling Rob there to get on the pitch so he can take this. He takes it anyway, gets it past Ryan, and now that's 3-2. And Flaberdeen on the aggregate score have the lead once again. Scrandinavia getting themselves in a bit of a mess here. They need to clear their heads and get concentrating again if they have any chance to come and win this game with the penalties that they've got. Flaberdeen coming forward, but the ball's been lost by their captain. And then Alan intercepts Rob and wins again. James taking on James. Going through. Lovely ball across the box, but nobody can get to that there. Stephen tracking with Simon to close it down. Simon now looking for options to push forward. And James has come across for Flaberdeen into some space. Plays the ball to Paul, but Cal has read that ball great and gets in front. Ryan rolling it out to Rob. Rob to James for Scrandinavia. James coming forward now. Playing it to Stephen. And just wide there from Stephen. Got himself into a great position, but fantastic pass there from James to find Stephen in the box. Cal battling with Flaberdeen captain James. Cal's claiming for the free kick. It's been given. And James not happy about that. Bit surprising there, but I think tempers are flaring a little bit in this game. These two are battling at the top of the table, so it's maybe just the tension of how close it is now. James for Scandinavia, getting that ball, switching it up to Cal. Cal looking to get the ball under the control, battling with Alan. And there's a good battle there between the two of them going on there, and that's been given as a free kick to Alan. They are good tussle back and forth, but the referee's giving it to Alan. And they play on from there. Cal battling with Simon in his defence, but the ball is loosely rolled towards the Scandinavia goal. Simon tried to play off the walls, but didn't work. Stephen laying it up for James for Scandinavia, coming forward. Ball to Rob. Rob with the shot! And Scandinavia go 4-2 in front and once again level it on 3-2. Aggregate. I think Rob's looking for some confirmation around the score with all the mathematics going on in mid-game. James there, the ball was... You've got to argue it was perfect, to be honest. Not a lot of power. It might have been a little bit scuffed, but it was placed and the pace on it was perfect for Rob to take it. And he puts the ball in the back of the net. 4-2 to Scandinavia now. They've got the 2 goals, and so the game is now level on aggregate, and they'll be looking to push forward. But Flaberdeen know 1 goal will just switch it back into their ownership for the lead. As they come forward, and the finger comes into the camera again. Paul looking to find Simon, but it's intercepted by James. Up to Stephen. Stephen getting some control. Takes on Alan, but the loose ball lands at Rob. It's back to Stephen. Stephen with a shot. Brad with 2 great saves there. And it goes wide again from Stephen. Multiple shots on goals here for Scandinavia. Nothing getting past Brad and nothing going into the Flaberdeen net. James now with the ball for Scandinavia. They're coming forward again, but it's loose. And Flaberdeen will look to capitalise on this. Oh, and a fantastic ball there by Simon. Gets to Alan. Alan just can't get his foot around the ball there. Cal blocks it. Stephen with a shot. Oh, and Stephen scores. A quick rollout from Scandinavia's goalkeeper Cal to find Stephen there after the attack from Flaberdeen. Stephen just takes 1 touch with the left foot, lines up the right, hits it. And after a fantastic goalkeeping effort from Brad earlier, Stephen sticks it in the net to make it 5-2 to Scandinavia. And I believe that's Stephen's first goal for both Scandinavia and Fat Fives there. And Flaberdeen now are trying to defend the attack. It looks like there's been a little bit of a come together between Stephen and Simon. And the free kick has been given back to the goalkeeper. Flaberdeen coming forward here. Paul with the ball, looking for his teammates to help him out here, looks to switch up the play and find his captain. But James for Scandinavia blocks that and now has the ball. It's James v James. Which James will come out on top? Rob now has the ball for Scandinavia, coming forward. Little dink, lovely finish. Typical Rob goal, giving appreciation to the battling that his Scandinavia teammate James did to win it. And it is 6-2 to Scandinavia. They are taking control of this game. Rob shimmying through the middle, going past players, ghosting past them, and just sticking it into the corner there.
No.
6-2, and a thumbs up and a smile there from Rob, and you think he knows that the team are in the lead, and there's a little inkling that he's worked out that math mid-game. Stephen with interception, trying to find Rob, but it's intercepted by Alan for Flaberdeen. Paul taking up Rob. Paul with a shot. Paul with a fantastic goal there. Great credit to Flaberdeen. Great credit to Paul. Scrandinavia probably a little bit too happy with themselves, a little bit gun-ho that they felt that they had the lead comfortably. But Paul rolls that ball past Rob, and as Cal comes out to try and close down the space that Paul has to find the correct place to place it, Paul sticks it in that ideal corner. 6-3 Scrandinavia. Scrandinavia still winning just on the aggregate, but Flaberdeen are reminding them that they can still score. Flaberdeen now. Brad versus Stephen. Stephen giving a good sportsmanship apology there to Brad. Long ball up for someone in Flaberdeen to get to. Brad does get to it and just can't get a clean connection. You wonder if he did get a clean connection on that, could that be going into the goal? But luckily for Scandinavia, the ball was with Rob there in defence, but he plays it up to Stephen. Stephen now finding James out wide. James with a shot. James with a great goal. He's had a fantastic game today, both in his battling with Flaberdeen, but also proving that he can finish as well. Stephen holding that ball up. No pressure there. You have to wonder, should there be pressure be going on Stephen there? The time he's been given on that ball, he manages to dummy the shot, then play it with the left foot, again displaying that two-footedness, and James takes that in, and a great finish. Simon did come out to try and close the space, but James is able to squirm the ball past Simon. In goals at 7-3 for Scandinavia. Now, if they hold on to this, they will win even with the substitution penalty, which will be a fantastic win for them. But Flaberdeen know that and that ball just goes wide. Ryan there on loan at Scandinavia, holding that ball up well, but Alan battles with him and wins it. As I was saying, Flaberdeen will know that they only need a couple of goals in order to bring the game back into their control. Can they do it with the little time left? Rob coming through though, gets past Simon and off the post. Rob has been unlucky today with the amount of times he's hit the woodwork. Stephen, great ball to Cal. Cal now cutting in with the shot. Good save there by Simon. Ball now still with Scandinavia. Flaberdeen can't get this under control. Another save by Simon. The rebound's landed at Brad's feet, and Flaberdeen eventually get it back to the goalkeeper, who can restart the attack. Long ball up to Alan. And oh no, Alan looks like he's pulled up with a bad injury there, and that's unfortunate for Alan. A long ball up, it looked good, it looked like he was in space there, but I think he's tweaked something from it, something serious now, and he's not going to be able to continue. Everybody at Fat Fives wishes Alan a quick recovery from that. It's very unfortunate. And so for the rest of the game, Jonas is going to be playing for Flaberdeen as an unexpected sub due to Alan's injury. Ball up long to find Paul. Ryan is now pressing Paul. Ryan on loan for Scandinavia. Jonas playing for Flaberdeen. Apologies for the confusion with the two white shirts, but obviously you'd understand with the unexpected injury. Stephen battling with Jonas here, plays it off the wall, but no one there in Scandinavia to pick it up, and Paul collects it. He plays it down the line to Jonas. Jonas trying to take on Rob. Finds Brad. Brad now still in the corner, tries to play it across the goal. James gets the save and hits it over the goals there. And with mere moments left in this game, it looks like it's going to be Scandinavia's game to win. A quick ball out to Ryan, but can't get it under control. James collects for Flaberdeen. Is there time for one more attack? A little battle there with Cal. James still with the ball for Flaberdeen. Pretty much the game. That should be it. 7-3 to Scandinavia, and they'll be delighted with the win. And that's the end there. Final game of week 5 sees Parmesan versus Scrandinavia. Scandinavia in red, Parmesan in white. And early on, Parmesan have the ball in their defence, looking to come forward. Finding Jonas the ball to Richie, playing it back to Gareth. Gareth with some tricky footwork there, trying to get past Cal. Eventually does find Richie, who's in the Scandinavia half. James on loan from Flaberdeen, trying to close down, and the ball goes out. Quick reminder, Scandinavia do have a player loan penalty of 2 goals, as James finds Rob, and the ball is saved there by Ryan in goal. So Scandinavia will need to have 2 or more goals, as James's shot saved, need to be winning by 2 or more goals in order to get anything from this match. To win it, they need to be 3 ahead. Rob now picks up that ball, finds Stephen, and Stephen slots it away as I've just finished talking about the criteria that Scrandinavia need to be aware of, and Stephen gets him off to a fantastic start. In the corner, Gareth looking to play it back to his goalkeeper, but Rob reads that ball perfectly, gets in front. Jonas with it, hands up, but you know, there's nothing you can do. You need to close down those spaces. Lewis then tries to claim that Stevens goes in the box. Neither are heard by the ref. He waves play on and deems the goal valid to put Scrandinavia 1-0 up. The finger comes into the screenshot as Scrandinavia come forward with the ball with Cal out wide. I don't know who Cal is. Apologies to Cal for getting that wrong. Richie now with the ball in his own half after winning it off of Cal/Call. Rob now picking up the ball after battling with Jonas there. Rob coming forward, playing it into space for himself. Lewis comes across to try and close the gap, but Rob still has the ball. Looking for support here and plays it all the way back to James on loan. James plays it to Stephen. Stephen with a shot and a good save by Ryan, but it's in the back of the net on the deflection there. He'd initially got a good hand on it, but just couldn't get the second ball after it's rebounded off his hand and it sticks it into the net. Goal will be credited to Stephen for the shot on target, but just unfortunate there from Ryan. It was just behind him and it just bounced in. And that puts Scrandinavia 2-0 up. And so quickly on, they've managed to get the 2 goals that they need to offset their sub-penalty. Now, a little bit of confusion is going to happen here because we've got James in the Man United shirt, who is Scrandinavia's permanent player. And we also have James from Flaberdeen on loan. So please be aware, I will be saying James twice to cover 2 players. Scrandinavia now with the ball coming forward with Rob, finds permanent James, and with a shot there early on it just goes wide. Stephen picking up the loose ball, playing it back to on loan James, and James takes that shot as well, just wide. Rebound lands at Rob. Rob can't get it on target, and Stephen with the shot there after the rebound plays it straight at Ryan in goals. Gareth now in goals for Parmesan Belgrade, plays it up to his captain Lewis, who finds Jonas. Permanent James is closing down, but the ball still squirms through. On loan James loses it to Richie. Richie now coming forward with a shot, and it's high there. Stephen picking up the rebound, but that pass to on loan James is weak. Richie to Lewis, and Lewis with a great place shot going past 2 players there to bring the reply back for Parmesan. And Lewis here giving some bit of banter back to Rob after celebrations from previous weeks that Rob had given to Lewis. Fair play to Lewis. The finish is good. It is well controlled, and he does play it through Rob and into the back of the net. You can give Lewis some credit there for dishing back to Rob. You can see here up against each other, Lewis making the reference back, and Rob, you're just going to have to take it, son. 2-1 Scandinavia, and so Scandinavia find themselves behind with the aggregate in play. On load James now with the ball, plays it to Permanent James. Permanent James trying to play it through James. This is the only way I can handle 2 Jameses being on the team. James plays it across to Stephen, and the ball ends up in the box for Gareth to collect for Parmesan. Parmesan coming forward now to Richie out wide. Richie plays the ball across, but Rob gets a foot on it. Jonas with a header, and the ball is just over. Rob restarting for Scandinavia. Ball lands at on loan James, but Lewis is closing down and gets interception. Lewis with a shot high there, and the rebound lands at Permanent James's feet to Cal in the middle of the pitch, but Lewis intercepts Richie now. Coming forward, Richie with a shot. Oh, brilliantly placed by Richie. Powerful run from him there, picking up that loose ball. Cal trying to get that ball under control, but Lewis's foot comes along, takes it away. Richie takes that ball, pushes forward with it, and a great place finish into the bottom corner. Rob is stuck where he's standing. He can't get down to that. He can't get a foot out because it's been hit so well. And the game is 2-2 now, and Scandinavia are now behind by 2 on the aggregate with the penalties. They need to muster themselves here and come forward and get some goals quickly in order to offset that, otherwise the game could get away from them. Cal for Scandinavia can't bring the ball under control, and Jonas picks that up and plays it back to Gareth in goals for them to restart. But Permanent James gets a foot in, while temporary James, on loan James, rolls over there trying to get the interception, but luckily Scrandinavia get the ball under control in their box. Nice ball from Stephen there, trying to find Permanent James, and he can't, and Richie punishes them. Absolutely ruthless stuff there from Richie there. You can see on loan James trying to play that ball back to... Sorry, does play that ball back to Stephen. It's Stephen that tries to play the pass through to Permanent James. But Richie reads it, and once again, a carbon copy of his goal before, pushes forward powerfully and places it into the corner, and nothing Rob can do again. Parmesan have turned this game around. They're 3-2 up now, and they'll be looking to hold on to the lead. And Scrandinavia have a lot of work ahead of them as Richie comes forward but can't get a clean shot on it. Ryan now with the ball for Parmesan in Scrandinavia's half. He's battling with Permanent James. And he is still got the ball under control. Referee has not blown to let him out yet. So he still thinks there's a chance here. Ryan with the ball. Is he going to play it across the goal? Can he still? No, it bounces wide. Jonas with the shot. Oh, it's high and wide there. A little bit of tension there as we waited to see what Ryan can come forth there. Rob winning that ball off of Lewis. Coming forward. Richie now covering. Rob with the back heel flick to on loan James. Gets it to Cal. Cal around Lewis. Cal now, he's got Jonas there. Can he get past him? He's holding the ball still. Takes a shot. Blocked by Richie. Rebound lands to Ryan up front for Parmesan. Now, Parmesan and Permanent James in the corner once again. But Ryan gets out quicker this time to Richie. Richie looks to play that ball across. Stephen with a good save, and it lands on loan James's feet. He can't play that ball through to Rob, but Cal collects it in the Scandinavia defence. Plays it down the line to Rob. Looks like some grappling there from Lewis. But Rob still manages to collect the ball in the Parmesan half. Gets it to on loan James. Oh, and a great finish. A little touch and turn there from James. And that will help pay back to Scrandinavia the penalty they have had to endure for having the player on loan. Lovely ball down the wing there from Cal to find Rob, who manages to shove off Lewis there, who's looking like he's wanting a bit of touchy-feely there from Rob. Rob then cuts inside. Lewis can't track with them, but Rob spots James in that space. Ryan unaware the player in freedom behind him. James with a touch and a turn and gets it past Gareth to make the score 3-3. And Scrandinavia back to only being 2 behind now due to the penalty. Ryan with the ball at his feet. Oh, lovely back heel to Richie. Richie coming through. Richie for the hat-trick. Richie does get the hat-trick and puts Parmesan back in the lead. 4-3 to Parmesan. Richie with a hat-trick. That's a great back heel there from Ryan. Richie once again running past the players and sticks it into the corner. Stephen coming out to try and close down that space to try and put some pressure on Richie to make the shot. But Richie handles it well and puts it in the back of the net. Scandinavia behind both on pitch and in aggregation. Once again, James with a quick shot there for Scandinavia, but Richie intercepts it. James, on loan James, now coming forward. And the ball bobbles through some of the Parmesan defence, and Rob will try and win that from Gareth. He does. He's coming back in. Finds on loan James there in front of goals. Back to Rob. Oh, brilliant play between the Flaberdeen captain on loan at Scrandinavia and to Rob to stick that in the back of the net. And Rob appreciating the work there from on loan James. Rob coming forward, finding him in space. Great control, keeps it out of the box. A little toe poke across the box. Richie not reacting quick enough, you have to say. And Rob coming through, getting it. Lewis once again trying to claim that's in the box. Nowhere near, son. It is a good goal, and the referees made the correct decision to allow it. Parmesan now kicking off with the on-field score being all equal at 4-4 again. But once, and as I'm saying that, Lewis, he head in hand, you can tell he thought he was going to be in on goal with that. Scandinavia are still 2 behind on the aggregate, and a ball from Rob's teammate hitting him in the face there. The referee asking for it to be restarted. Rob now collecting that ball from Stephen in goals. Cal to Rob. Rob with the shot, and Jonas, great save. They're claiming he's out, but no, he is in. I can tell from here. Quick roll out to Gareth. Great save there by Stephen. End-to-end stuff here from the teams. Lewis and Gareth teaming up there. Lewis is shot wide. Richie can't get the rebound. Lewis tries to get on it again, and another save. The rebound landing all the way through to the goalkeeper. Rob has intercepted that quick rollout, but can't get the ball out from under his feet, and the ball goes back to the Parmesan goalkeeper. Richie with the ball, turning it into Lewis. Lewis trying to backheel it, but not quite there. On loan James and Permanent James both in defence for Scrandinavia there, and for a minute there I thought that went in the back of net, but it's went behind the goals. Parmesan restarting with Jonas rolling it out to Gareth. Remember, Scrandinavia are 2 goals behind here, even though the score is 4-all due to the sub penalty. Stephen coming forward, playing the ball to Rob. Rob with a shot, and Rob puts Scrandinavia on the pitch with 1 goal in front. And means there's only 1 more goal that Scandinavia need to equalise the aggregate score. Stephen winning that ball, seeing Rob in space. Easy ball up the wide to Rob, and Rob smashing it into the corner past Jonas. 5-4 on the pitch. Can Scandinavia get another one to get a point out of this game and to reduce the sub-penalty deficit? Lewis playing it back to his goalkeeper. Jonas playing it back out to Lewis. Lewis now finding Gareth out in the wing. Gareth looking for options here as Permanent James tries to close down. Great save by the Flaberdeen captain there. Again on loan. Stopping that shot. Rolls it out quickly to Rob. Rob taking on multiple players. Finds Stephen. Stephen with a shot! And there we go. 6-4 now to Scandinavia on the pitch, which means it's 4-all on aggregate. Scandinavia are now back in a position where they could get something from this game. Quick rollout from James in goal, finding Rob, and a lovely weighted pass to Stephen to run on to. Perfectly positioned, perfect pace for Stephen to put his right foot around that ball and place it into the corner past Jonas. Ryan quickly from kickoff. Not bad shot there, but just a bit high and wide. And the rebound's landed at Permanent James's feet. Cal now with it in the Parmesan half. Back to James. Finds Stephen. Stephen! And there we go! 7-4, which means that Scandinavia are now winning this game with the aggregate included. High fives from both Rob and Stephen. Once again, I'm pretty sure Rob is keeping the maths in his head about what they need and is fully aware that they're back in a position where they can win this game. Cal plays that ball to James. James with a great ball through the feet of Richie there. Perfectly placed there to Stephen. As much as Stephen's both goals have been fantastic finishes, great credit to James for that one in particular, for the fantastically weighted pass. And just off screen there, a good celebration there from Stephen and James as Stephen appreciates the pass. Parmesan now coming forward. They know 1 goal is all they need in order to change the outcome of this game to ensure that they get a point, but can they get it? We don't have a lot of time left, but there's still time for more goals as Jonas comes forward with the ball. Great skill play. Oh, fantastic finish! And he's done it for his team. They're now back into this in a position in which they can get a point from the game, but potentially still go forth and win it. Some lovely footwork from Jonas here. Lovely roll as well to get that space away from Stephen and into the bottom corner. Fantastic, Jonas. And for his first goal, which is a great moment to see for him, but also a fantastic moment for Parmesan as they're back into this game and has stopped Scandinavia's ascendancy in this. Cal trying to find a teammate there in the Parmesan defence, but it gets to Ryan. Oh, and Stephen there before I can get the words out. Stephen gets the shot away and gets the goal. That then puts them 8-5 to Scandinavia. And once again, Scandinavia are in the position to win the game. If it ends at this score, they will get the 3 points after the sub penalty has been applied there. The ball bobbling about. Stephen in a great position there to get another goal in this game. He's been relentless in front of goals for Scandinavia and puts them 8-5 in the lead. And with that 3-goal lead, they are in a fantastic position for getting full points today. Parmesan though looking to try and spoil the party though. Richie winning it in front of Stephen and gets the ball back into his defence where he will play it to his captain in goals. Lewis quickly rolling it out to find Jonas, but Permanent James has managed to read that. Oh, and just wide there from him. He really deserves another goal for all his efforts today. Cal battling with Jonas in the corner, but Cal sees it back to on loan James in goals. Ryan now for Parmesan coming forward. We're into the dying moments of the game. Can Parmesan get that 1 goal to ruin the party for Scandinavia? Cal now battling with Gareth in the Parmesan defence. Gareth's lost the ball there. Cal threw on. Oh, and it's just wide. And the rebound there to Stephen finds Cal in front of goals. And a save there from Lewis. Jonas now coming forward. A little bit of the hand there, but the referee said play on. Richie now. Can Richie get the shot? He's played it across goal to Jonas, who can't get to that ball quick enough. Stephen is now back, applying pressure to Jonas. Jonas with some fancy footwork again, and the ball goes straight across goals there. Unfortunately for Parmesan, they just can't seem to get the ball in the back of the net. And as I said, we are into the last few plays here of the match. Stephen coming forward, pressure applied by Richie. Lewis coming out and making the save here. Rob now with the ball. The teams are looking tired, but they got to hold on. Oh, and Lewis with another save. He's literally keeping them in here with a shout. And that's pretty much, I think, with the last attack about to happen. Lewis rolling it out to Gareth. This game looks like it's going to end. Oh, and the save there. And the game ends 8-5 to Scrandinavia. Looking at the final results, once the penalty has been applied, Parmesan Belgrade 5, Flaberdeen 3, Flaberdeen 3, Scrandinavia 5, and Scrandinavia 6, Parmesan Belgrade 5 as the confirmed results. Looking to how that applies to the table, Scrandinavia now pulling ahead with a 24-point lead. Flaberdeen still on the 13 points without winning either games today, and Parmesan picking up a win over Flaberdeen moves them from 4 to 7 in the league. They still have a minus 15 goal difference. Fat Fives are looking for new players. If you are in the northeast of Scotland, Aberdeen area and want to take part, please check out our website fatfives.football and feel free to fill out the registration form. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell to ensure you get notified when new videos are released.